Object-oriented programming is a model that provides different type of concepts like class, object, inheritance, encapsulation, polymorphism, and abstraction. Aim of these concepts is to implement real-world entity in program. Today, majority of programming languages like C++, Java, .NET, Python, Ruby, and many more follow these OOPS concept, which make program more secure, easy to code, easy to debug, improve code readability and reusability. We will see all these OOPS concept in very easy way in upcoming shorts video. Class and object. To better understand these concepts, let us take an example like animal. Here, animals is a class in which there are different type of animal present like cat, rat, dog, tiger, etc. Here we are denoting class with animal and different type of animals individually with object. Like in our case, tiger is an object of animal class. In the same way, cat is also a object of animal class. Let us see another example. Human being. Human being is also a class with man and woman as their objects. So we can say a class is a blueprint or a model, and an object is a real life thing which belongs to a particular class. There are similarities between different objects of a particular class as they acquire their properties from the same. Inheritance is a mechanism in which child class acquire properties of parent class. In this way, we need not to declare fields and methods again and again in all the classes. We just declare them in base class. We can use inheritance in different way, like single inheritance in which only one class inherit the properties of base class. Second type is multiple inheritance in which one child class acquire property from more than one base class. Third type is multi-level inheritance in which one class acquire property from base class and become base class from some another class. Fourth type of inheritance is called hierarchical inheritance in which there is only one base class and more than one child class are acquiring their properties. Hybrid inheritance is the combination of single, hierarchical and multiple inheritance. What is encapsulation? For this, let us assume we have two data member of a student, that is student name and student age. Here we do not want end user to access data member directly, so we have hidden our data member behind member function. For this, we have created two member function with the name getStudentDetail and updateStudentDetail. We access the data member only with the help of member function. So the process of wrapping or grouping of data member and member function into a single unit is called encapsulation. Here we have grouped data member and member function into our student class. Greatest advantage is security. Since no outsider can access data directly, they need to come through method only. On the other hand, since for each operation we need to create one method which increase the code size and also decrease the performance. Abstraction is hiding of internal implementation and showing only relevant detail to the end user in the form of services. To better understand abstraction, let us take an example of ATM machine. When we go to the ATM, it show only few options to us like deposit, withdraw, minimum statement, change of pin, etc. It doesn't show us which language, means .NET, Java, C#, which language it is going to execute for our request. Where is the location of server, where is the location of database, which database it is using, how much money does ATM contain. Like all this information it doesn't show to us. It only provide relevant information in the form of GUI. The greatest advantage of using abstraction is security. Since no end user is able to show internal implementation, he is not able to do anything wrong with the system. Data hiding. As the name suggests, data hiding means hiding the sensitive data from unauthorized access. To better understand this, Let us take an example. If you go to bank to check your account balance, bank employee first verify whether you are authorized person for the account or not. Then only it will disclose the account balance. Now question arises how we implement this in our programming. So for this, let us create a class with account name which contain two fields, one data member with the name balance and one member function with the name get balance. If we call get balance, it first verify whether I am a correct person for a particular account or not. If it gets satisfied with my credential, then only it will show the balance detail. If it finds I am not a correct person for that particular account, it will hide all the details of the account. For me, as we know, method is a block of code containing series of statements. Let us first create a method, then we will see what is method signature. Here we have a class with access type public and the return type of our class is void as it is not returning anything, and the name of our class is base class, and it contain one argument name of string type. A method signature is a unique identification of method. It is combination of method name, argument type and number of arguments. It doesn't contain return type. In our first example, base string name is the signature of the method, and in second example, base itself is the signature of method as it doesn't contain any argument. On the other hand, in third example, base string name and int age is the signature of our method. Two methods with the same signature is not allowed in our system. Two methods have same name but different argument type. Such method is called overloaded method, and the process is called method overloading. In a language which do not support overloading, show error if we define two methods with the same name with either same or different argument types. Since method overloading is always carried out by compiler based on reference type, that's why it is also called compile time polymorphism, or it is also called static polymorphism, or sometimes we also called it early binding. We have a three method of same name and different data type of argument, that is int x, float x and character x. Then we have a object t1 of a class which contain these methods. With the help of this object and my data method, I am passing different type of argument. They will call their respective methods depending upon data type of. To better understand method overriding, let us take an example. We have a class A which contain method A which show Achilles as a string. We have another class B which extend class A and redefine the method A in class B which show Vijay as a string. Now if I am creating instance of class B and calling the method A, which method will be called? Method from class A or method from class B? So it will call a runtime object which is class B. Let us take another example. We have object B1 of reference type A and a runtime object B. So when we call B1 dot method A, it will call method from class B only. Method overloading is also known by three names, that is runtime polymorphism, dynamic polymorphism, and the last one is late binding. Poly means many and morphos means form. Polymorphism means many form, or we can say that exists in many forms. To better understand this, let us take an example. Here is a man. This same man is son for their parents, brother for their brother or sister, father for their children, uncle for someone, and friend for their friends. And some people also treat the same person as their enemy. So what is happening here? Only one man have multiple recognition, means multiple form. This is a real-time example of polymorphism. Now back to the programming. In programming we have already seen overloading. What is happening in overloading? The same method but different argument type is also an example of polymorphism. Second one is overriding. What is happening in overriding? The same method is redefined in child class. This is also an example of polymorphism.